What's up? It's Marco, Sage of Soccer, and today I want to talk about Jesse Marsch's Leeds and their performance in their 1-0 loss against Leicester. Jesse Marsch is the top American manager out there right now, and his Leeds team looked pretty good against this Leicester team, however, didn't come away with any goals and ended up losing the game. So tactically, the team lined up in a 4-2-2-2. It might have looked like a 4-2-4 actually. The team was almost, at least in the early part before they conceded, they were almost divided into like two separate teams. The back six were defending, the front four were the attacking ones. Obviously, the front four would get back a little bit, help out defensively, and like the back six, especially the fullbacks, would push forward into attack. But for a large part, it was using those front four players as the basis of a counterattack, and they looked pretty good at counterattacking. Pretty fluid team, a lot of good one-touch passing in between them, and a lot of guys getting in behind the defense. Daniel James was getting in behind the defense a lot, but man, Daniel James is the go-to guy when I see a winger with no end product for a reason. That guy is, man, you cannot really trust him in front of goal. Jack Harrison had a couple of decent chances, and Rodrigo I felt like didn't have the best game, but overall the attack was looking pretty dangerous, and when they insert Bamford back into the team, you'd expect the goals to come, because they were getting good chances. Casper Schmeichel was making a lot of really good saves, but in the end they just couldn't find the goal. Pressing-wise, the team was pressing a bit, definitely not as much as I was kind of not hoping, but like expecting they might, but I think that's definitely a good thing. They would press center backs and they try to advance the ball. They wouldn't let them go too far. Once they hit the line of confrontation, they would stop them. They would press the fullbacks, though. I'm not too sure if that was a this game-specific thing, especially because Chowdhury for Leicester, he was played out of position at right back, and whenever he got the ball, Leeds could win the ball back from really easily. So yeah, tactically, pressing is still there, but not as much as I thought it could be, and again, I think that's a good thing. Jesse Marsch is showing that he's versatile. And yeah, as I mentioned before, defense looked good. Definitely a lot safer, and it was kind of interesting how they lined up, though. You would have expected, Ayling was a center back, Dallas was a right back, and Koch was in the midfield. I think you would have expected Koch in center back, Ayling right back, Dallas in the midfield, and Dallas did not have the best game. Harvey Barnes is a very good player, but he had the better of Dallas throughout the entire game, and that's where the goal ended up coming from, so I'm not too sure about that decision. And overall, it was a good performance. You have to take into account that this is Jesse Marsch's first game, and typically when a new manager comes into a club, they start to do well. They start to get some results, and that didn't happen this game. And right now, the honeymoon period, it's probably only got a couple more games left in it, and they already missed a chance to get some points. And I said before that they had 4 games before the international break. Now it's down to 3. I felt like if they really need to be safe, they need to get 6 points, and that didn't happen. So yeah, and they could still get it, but it's going to be tough. I think their games against Villa, Wolves, and Norwich. Norwich should be a win, but still, that's going to be tough. And especially if they're still not finishing, even by the time they get Bamford back, they're going to be in a hole. Hopefully that other teams will do them favors today. They won't drop into the relegation zone, but it's going to be a tough battle. I really think there needs to be some improvement in just the attack. Just needs to be more lethal, but I feel like that's more on the players down to not finishing. And once Bamford comes in, that's going to happen. They're making chances today. That's more of a Leeds problem than a Marsch problem. And yeah, overall, pretty solid game. I'm interested to see how the team looks once Bamford and Calvin Phillips gets back. But overall, for a first game, pretty decent performance, but man, Leeds really needed the win. I just want to talk about Jesse Marsch because, man, he's an American manager who I feel like could manage the national team in the future, but if he isn't able to keep a team like Leeds up, a very talented team, then should he be managing the national team? I don't think so, but overall I feel like he is the best American manager, and yeah, just want to talk about him today. And yeah, that's all we're going to talk about. Good performance by Leeds. Man, I started out covering the Premier League. I think my first real commentary was a Leeds fan, so yeah, kind of good to get back to this. Probably I want to do a bit more of this because it's fun to watch just club level soccer between two really high quality opponents. But yeah, that's all I'll talk about right now. See you.